Okay, cool everyone. Welcome to my weekly reflection session. And today we, as usual, will discuss the key points which I've set at the beginning of the leap and some other interesting stuff as well. So, first of all, let's start with the things called reminders. And to bring some context, I should say that these things are the things that I've bet on 5 weeks ago at the beginning of the leap. And my first bet was regarding the snake game written in C++. I was hoping to learn C++ along the way and write something. And here I have made, unfortunately, zero progress. I cannot break through the tutorial hell here and just consume more C++ content once in a while. And it's been already a long time since I even opened the C++ handbook, which I've also started at the beginning of the leap. The reason here, I think that I have my general apathy towards learning programming languages right now. The roots here are when I tried to learn Swift and done it pretty well. So I was able to write some stupid programs after 30 seconds of looking at Swift code. I kind of understood one simple idea, which is your user or employer doesn't actually care about the technology you use. They simply want their problems to be solved, and from now on, I think that the best tool like the market offers for the majority of problems is actually a JavaScript. Um, you can iterate on your solution and build anything relatively fast because you have all these fancy frameworks and guides. So yeah, if you want to build something, you should just take JavaScript and do it. It is also a good language to do lead code with. It's very simple, intuitive, and I know that when you professionally work with JavaScript, it could be a nightmare, but for the learning purposes and for actually iterating on small products, I think it's a good fit. Uh, Another important thing that I've understood during this week is that I do not want to be a software engineering in the end of my career. Sure, I enjoy writing code and build things, but unfortunately, common software engineer positions rarely give you such opportunities. In the place I'm currently employed, for example, I read others' code most of the time and learn already legacy technologies and the another most of my time. It is absolutely normal state of affairs, and they like this job market simply doesn't require you to know C++ deeply. So at the end of the day, you just assemble some frameworks into something working, and that's it. Nobody cares how optimized you've done this or something from this domain. Uh, Now let's move to the next things, and which are lead code and content pipeline. And here I have also no updates. I haven't solved any lead code problems or created any content since my last review. I have mixed feelings and the ideas why I keep failing my promises, but the main factor which I count is that my brain thinks that I've already done enough in the end of the day. I go to office every day, and from now on I will have my master's degree lectures. So I get back home very exhausted and without any motivation or time to do something useful, which is unfortunate because I don't know what should I do with it, kind of. It seems like at the moment I'm consumed with my work and I don't possess required mental capacity to learn more on a daily basis. And additionally, given the fact that my master's degree in bioinformatics has officially started, I think that free time will soon evaporate even further. Um, I feel like I've placed myself in a position where there are no parallel routes to take, so I must learn C# with JavaScript, which is my current employment, and pursue my master's degree, which is also somehow computer science related field, so bioinformatics. It's actually called data analysis in biology and medicine, and we have algorithms course there. We have some biology courses. So yeah, it's 50-50, and the most of the time it's computer science courses. So, which is a nice thing. And that understanding kind of stumbled me or nudged me towards understanding that maybe I should really chill about my future and don't reinvent the wheel here. So don't try to take any additional courses, just deliver on the obligations you've already taken, and maybe it could be like totally legit way of doing things in my current situation. What about writing? It's doing great in a sense that I write almost daily. The reasons here are rather simple and correlate with the reasons I've started this channel. I believe that our conscious brain is too restricted in terms of memory, so you should leave as many trails or artifacts of your life as possible. Ideally, they should be structured, so in Obsidian structure or maybe weekly reviews, but it's already a significant progress if there are at least some artifacts of your life, because most of people just don't write anything, they don't analyze their life using the writing or videos or something similar. So yeah, with this understanding, I do not like motivation to write something at the end of the day. And I even do not like motivation to record these stupid reflection sessions, because I think that they are pretty important for you to reflect on them somewhere in the future. I've already recorded 4 leaps, I guess, which is a nice thing, just a couple of material, a couple of things to reflect on. So yeah, reflect upon. So yeah. Finally, I want to point out that I find it rather funny that I cannot even plan my leap. I always say some things and give promises when I start another leap, but then everything just turns upside down and I finish like I'm an entirely different person. And even right now you can trace it, that almost every episode of my reflections are just excuses why I haven't done anything I've planned. And yeah, that what makes me kind of clown, but that's the reality. We can take, for example, my quote-unquote focus point and see that I already failed on 3 out of 4 of them. And what is more funnier is that actually one lead code wasn't a focus point in the previous leap, I guess, or in the one before previous. I guess I've done more exercises, more problem solved than right now when lead code is my focus point. Of course, I don't lie in bed staring in my phone all day, but the environment just changes so quickly and unpredictably for my brain that I cannot sustainably deliver on my promises, which exactly what's happening. Of course, one can say that it's just a lack of discipline and he'll be right in some way, but I think that relying on your willpower is definitely a bad strategy also, because willpower is a very limited resource and you should rather spend it wisely, I should say. I still achieve something, so I guess the illusion here could possibly be in my false perception of my own decision making. And what I mean by that is that I could think that the key decision that is important and will be converted to action, which is very important kind of quality of the decision, and that this decision is taken during my thinking session, for example, or when I write. While the real decision leading to action happens in the morning when I force myself to go to office. And that could be definitely a valid perspective on how things really structured. Anyway, I think it's enough for the reflection time. So it's already somewhere around 10 minutes. So thanks for tuning in and see you in the next week. Bye-bye.